try to get in here. I may have done it too tight, but it'll manage. Give me some slack on here so that I can actually work with it. Deal with any sort of slack that may occur, and then I can come over onto the loom. It doesn't need a lot on the loom. Actually, fold it over and tighten it down will be probably best, if it'll let me. It's not gonna let me. Just so all of the slack gets taken care of. Come on, get under it. Get down here to the end of it so that we can grab the ends of the wire and have it secure. It's just a cleanup to not have all of this. About where we're going to sit with it. Grab it so that the slack not a problem. And measure our piece out. The wire cutter, because they're fucking going to shit anyways. A little bit over is not going to hurt it. I never thought I'm gonna make a career out of YouTube or posting videos online in general. It's just something that I was interested in. So like, that looks cool. Ooh, that will work. Because it's opened, I'm going down the whole thing, not just sections, or not spread out is what I mean. Let's leave this fuse visible. Well, shit, actually, if I can push that further up, it will be better. Still got that little bit of slack there. You know what's funny? People get all offended because you're fucking with their business. They scam people on doing this type of work. When honestly, those customers that they had a chance of having, they now have no chance of ever having. Because it's just like the fate of the situation. Because they're assholes and can't see that those customers would have walked out, and even then they would have never had a chance. Even by chance, they weren't trying to save money by doing it yourself kind of deal, and walked into that type of person's business. I always say that. Just be a good person and it all works out sort of deal. Don't try to freaking lie, scam, or whatever. And being honest works out better. Because some people say fake it till you make it, and I'm like, well, how can you ever learn then if you're faking? If you're like, oh, I knew better the whole time. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to actually improve or learn at that point. And so you're just hindering yourself entirely. Look at that. That's $1 million work right there. We're gonna push it up. We got the radio mount in here, so that's nice. This loom was $5. And boy, was it worth it. It's just so more appealing to do this right. I know a lot of other things I may half-ass, but it's like, well, you can always go back through and touch things up or clean things up. But because this is a boat, water or whatever may be splashing around, and I don't want everything exposed like that. It locked on me. Okay, we should be done with this. Alright, so this is the setup. The portable VHF radio. The power, which has a USB outlet. 2 of them. And then the Milwaukee hookup. You put your M18 on there, and then you have an actual power supply here. With USB and whatnot, you can charge a GoPro or whatever with that. You can off that too, so. And then we have our actual lighting system. This is just the charger, so the battery doesn't die. Just sitting here. And then your cabin lights, like it says. What went wrong here? Any freaking ways. I don't know, maybe it's the mount or it's the actual light. Oh my god, it's this fucking light. It came unscrewed. Literally. Fucking piece of garbage. What to do about that? Oh, now it just comes off. Fucking piece of shit. I'm probably gonna return it. Even though I'm pretty sure I could fix it. But there's a million lights that can plug in here. This is not broke. The light itself is broke. But yeah, that's the setup. It's ready to go, ready for nights. The big thing is having the night running light, navigation light. That way people don't run into you. This pisses me off so much. People just cannot fucking make shit work right anymore. Everything's half-assed, fucking 3D printed bullshit where someone shouldn't actually have the job and doesn't actually know how to do shit. They only know how to Google and freaking pull up information online. Fuck, I don't even know how this goes on here. Which one's which? Oh man, someone should get fired over this. Like, isn't that fucking difficult to make a part? It's not even holding in there. The problem is the $20 that this is fucking worth isn't worth the trip to the store. Pliers, maybe? Just grab down on it here and pull it down and hope for the best, right? No, dude. Fuck no. This is straight garbage. And this thing doesn't even fucking seat in here the way that it should. Whatever, I'm gonna take it back. Anyways, we're done with that. There should be a main switch for this to shut the panel off, but there's not. It's only for the lights. But whatever, it's good. We're good. It's ready. Go to Walmart and probably get a better one of these. Let's see if it's actually charged. Yes, it has actually. 5.4 volts. How's that focus look? Just about alright. I think I'm just gonna hang this over the edge, to be honest. I mean, let's say we were to actually pop a hole in the side of this. First of all, it could clear. But then, everything else. I was thinking to tap this onto the navigation light. But in all honesty, if you have it just run up over the edge, that is perfectly fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want it here in the rear. Let's go ahead and get this on here so that it keeps the water off of everything back here. And typically all the water comes to the rear. So yeah, there's that. More than anything, that's the deal. I really would like to do that, but I just don't see it working out. So we got documentation here, the owner's manual and whatnot. Put it in a plastic bag here in the rear, because there's no actual compartments. Oh, and then we need to mount the engine. It doesn't have to be anything too serious, just enough. But the problem is I don't have anything to cut with. There's a blade in here. Plenty of pliers, needle nose, and all that. But this doesn't work too great. It's a bit used as well. This is our main boat line. Hopefully this is 150 pound line here. I could double it, but then what? Well, I mean, this would work technically. Let's just see what it looks like. I was thinking about putting a lock on this. that's just a little bit short. So this is in case the motor ever just falls off. I don't totally lose it. And there's a line ran to it. I don't know whether or not this will actually work. So that's an issue itself. But there it is. Okay, the bilge, as someone may like to call it. So wildly enough, I started the engine and it started. Absolutely unintended. I was just pulling on the cord here, trying to get it all lubricated after putting the oil in, and it started right up. Is it a 14? I can't remember. It appears so. We're going to go ahead and hook up the power to the motor, to the battery, from the battery. Whichever way you may want to say. They have to come all the way off. It needs to be a 24 group or something like that that has terminal post for a nut. Like if this thing comes on or anything, it's gonna be a situation to say the least. I do want to crank it, but then, well, I guess I've got the disconnect on, so it shouldn't start. We've got some serious issues if it does. I'm debating on whether or not to unravel this. As it arrives to my attention that I probably should. Just because if I don't, then it could run into an issue later on for some reason. Have that slack down there. I don't know if I need to pull the engine off and not actually move it away too far or anything like that, then it would be nice to have that capacity, right? I would think. And the post got stuck. Hilarious. Just need to push down on it. since there's a lot of extra here, I need to actually get it down and around. I was worried about that, making contact with the actual boat, and I'm like, well, if it's arcs or sparks or whatever. Push it forward and then one back. That should be neutral, right? Anyways. It did not start. It works. Verified. Okay. Now, this issue. Okay. The taps, maybe. What sucks is I already ran all the everything else. And I already loomed it and all. So it's not like I can just loom it into it. I mean, I could remove it. But we've got two taps right here, so there's actually three. No, brother. So if we're going off of the navigation light, then this will actually be a lot easier than what I'm making it out to be, I'm thinking. I just have to bypass this. That works. The other challenge is having the outlet. Which, I mean, we can put that on here too. But then, are we pushing the limits of this wire? Well, if we blow a fuse, we blow a fuse, right? All of this knows already. There was ice in it. I thought it was overheating, but what happened was, ask your mom, the battery died. Oh, here it is. I'm just looking for one laying around, and it's like, oh, there's some right here in the bag. I think we could actually go for a blue. The smaller ones. Because we don't have a whole bundle we're trying to seed here. Oh, fuck you. The problem is the range and distance on all of them are different. And so one of them pulls out while the other are actually grabbing in there. Okay, we should be good to actually use it. Would you look? Oh, that's so delightful. Just look at it. Would you just look at it? You know, that original meme was stolen from somebody else. That's how trends typically go, though. The person that trends it is not the originator of it. They're just some pawn that decided they're gonna rip someone off. That's the way the world works. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. This is so freaking tight. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure it's float activated, but I will have to verify that that thing's working. Come on, dude. We're gonna put it in the loom, honestly. But it's just caught back some. To actually tape it, I have to manage through here. But this is it. This is everything. Nothing else needs added. We can charge the radio and handle everything. Start the boat, run the lights. What if you had an arranged marriage to someone you actually like? I know they don't really arrange marriages, but let's just say instead of thinking of it as an arranged marriage, people that knew each other, that knew that you two could start dating or get married. And so, it being arranged in the sense of externally influenced. Am I fucking retarded or what? No wonder. And it's because it's hot in here. This is not it. It is going on the other one. No wonder it did nothing. It is literally excess of 100 degrees right now. I'm not sure if it is where I'm standing exactly, but outside it definitely is. Freaking hilarious. I should have tested it too. I knew that I should have. I even was like, oh, I'll just throw it in some water, a bucket of water or whatever, later on. Not at this immediate moment. I'm actually going to loop it back this other way this time. Okay, this is not going to work. It's just too small. I need a yellow. I'm sweating, but I mean, I've drinking plenty of water today. I'm not that concerned with the heat. Okay, that's only in the way at this point. And then we're going to roll it over that way. As I'm rotating it all the wrong way. As a matter of fact, I want the blue to go downward. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? It's not float activated. I guess we know that it works. Well, this is gonna be left for another time. Alright, let's try to wrap this up, honestly. So what do we fuck up? This needs to be wired into an independent switch, and those two need to be chained together. Ooh, rip my fingernail off with some tape. Undo this. These are grounds. Let me think about this real quick. Both of them are going over there, so they can be hooked together over there. And over here doesn't matter so much. Can't really pull this off. Whether or not this is salvageable, and I'm gonna say no. No. That's way better. Let's just bundle it all together and waste all this tape again. And these days, the tape's not cheap. You used to be able to get it for like 50 cents. Now it's like $5 a roll. That's most convenient. But we're switching back over to a blue. That's way better. That's that, right? Make sure that our outlet works as well. Can I put it in here? Come on, dude. I'm sure I can wrap it around it though, so. You know, I just thought that this person is probably freaking all in my shit right now. Because it appears to be one of those obsessive people. But I mean, being around this stuff as long as I have. You get used to all that. But I mean, binge watching is the same as being obsessed in a sense. So, just depends on how you want to look at it, I guess. Come on, dude. Just open up and wrap around it. There we go. We're done here. No more. So that's gonna be our accessory. Okay, dude, chill. Why is it doing that? Oh, what in the world are we to do this? We're removing that label, pulling these off. They're already grounded. Pretty sure I have to unscrew it. Honestly, no, I don't. It just is super tight. And so, for these not to be a shit show, put it up front and put a couple pieces of tape just to keep them together. Well, these are already coming out. just want a short one to drop that. Will a blue work? Maybe. But also we need the connector right over here. Or did I put them elsewhere? That's way too small. I think red, it's gonna be well, that's too big. Yellow will match everything else. I just don't like how little this is. That's what she said. Grabbed it. Good to me. You know, I saw this at Walmart and I'm like, that's so much better. If only I would have went to Walmart to get it. But that's the problem these days. One store is better than the other, but then the next day the other store is better than the one you just had. sure it's the one labeled. Thinking about cutting it, but then it's like, well, okay, so honestly, I don't care. I just want it hooked up and working, but I'll try to route it decently. That way, if I do have to do anything else, move it or whatever, it's not all tangled up. And there's one direct path to untangling it. Yeah, we're gonna pull this back right here. They're after my Lucky Charms. Yeah. That lasts a whole 5 minutes. The thing about the caps are they're great because you can just pull them off at any time and then redo them. You don't have to recramp or this, that, or the other. Maybe taped it, and that's the only thing you're really addressing. But we're gonna put the other one back on here. It just doesn't fit. The two wires combined won't fit over the edge. They barely fit over that one. That was a bit sticky. I don't know if it came off when I pulled back. It is still sticky. It's super annoying, but I think we're good. Almost. This is not part of it, and it's only tangled up at this point. Well, it's not even plugged in, so I can just pull it up. This is why we put that over there. I did it right through the middle of them. That's such a delight. Plug it in. It says it's charging. Okay, without this stuff getting in the way, first of all we need to lock this into place so that any movements does not rip it out of the sockets or damage any of the other wiring. And this will clean everything up a bit too. I mean, obviously, we know what that does. Well, we are hooked up. Let's check this light before I run off. Before I put everything up, honestly. The light right here. I mean, technically I can go out right now. I was just thinking that I'll pull that sticker off and then all of a sudden it'll be like, oh, I need to take it back. I like it. Let's turn the lights off and see. And so, we will still have the light. Even if it's all pulled. Get a better view over here. What I mean by that is if we pull the light out. Oh man, that is perfect. Wow. That looks good. Let's put the battery back on here. And I'm really happy with that. Because then I'm still here, right? And you can see me. You can see parts of the boat. And then the panel's still lit up. So even in the dark, you can actually see it. Let's And so you can see here the witch pump and stuff. you can still make out what you're doing in the boat without blaring lights, because the navigation light is pretty bright. Perfect. I'm digging it. And we're not catching nothing on fire or overflowing, whatever. The bilge here is pretty solid. We can just hang it overboard if we have to turn it on, honestly. It should be obvious if there's water in the boat. But then again, who knows? I mean, if you turn that bilge on, you can hear the difference between whether or not it's pumping water or if it's just dry turning. Okay, that's it. See, even at the front of the boat, I can still see all the way down at good enough, except for the trailer that I need. I'm glad that's all I need. Yeah, that's it, we're done. Only deal is I was thinking about velcroing this down somewhere. Or gluing it, for that matter. Glue, glue, glue. Thinking, do I have glue? Pretty sure I have double-sided tape. Yeah, I think it came in a GoPro. Coated tissue tape is what it says, which is velcroed. We want the rough side on this, because if we're rubbing against it, whatever surface that the soft side is on, it'll be a lot more pleasant that way. This saved me money because I was like, I'm gonna have to buy an AC outlet. Then I was thinking, well, I have one that I used to use for like